What's up, guys? This is Nick with Hybrid Physiques. Now, I'm watching Nick Strength and Power's review of Hadi Choopan if he got robbed at the 2019 Olympia, and I'm sitting here and it just blows my mind the the analyzation of the athletes and the comparisons. This right here is the exact reason why I determined to start making videos and start reviewing competitions. Now, Nick has done a phenomenal job at keeping up with bodybuilding and keeping us up to date with what's going on and what's occurring. However, the biggest gap in the arsenal is when he's comparing physiques or comparing athletes at a high level, and it's absolutely driving me crazy. There's more or less a gap that I see as far as reporting and analyzing physiques or analyzing shows that's just off, and that only comes with time, it comes with experience, and it comes with competing at the higher level. So I just want to run through, basically a response video to his review of Hadi Choopan versus Brandon Curry. He also responds and reviews William Bonac to these two. I'm going to leave William Bonac out of this. I'm just going to reflect on his comments on Hadi and Brandon Curry. So the first image he brings up is the front lat spread. And I don't know if Nick still understands or believes that when you're hitting a shot like a front lat spread, he keeps bringing up, it's called the front lat spread. This is what they're being judged on, are their front lats. It's just incorrect. They're being judged on the entirety of their physique. A great example is Phil Heath against Sean Roden. The majority of Sean Roden's shots, he alters his shots to present himself at a better light. Case in point, side tricep. If we look at someone like the 212 Mr. Olympia, Flex Lewis, I don't think we've seen Flex hit a single side tricep. He hits the side tricep, he immediately turns to the front. By this theory that Nick Strength and Power presents, he would immediately lose the shot automatically because he's not showing his side tricep. So let's just go ahead and air that one out right off the bat. So when we're comparing Curry to Hadi Choopan in the front lat spread, we want to look for a large taper from waist to delt. And also you have to take in consideration the structure of the physique. Now, look at Hadi's delts. Do you see those two big bubbles on the top of his delts, those misshapen bubbles? In my opinion, most likely that's an SEO or a site enhancement oil, an overuse of that site enhancement oil, and it throws his physique off. He loses those aesthetic lines. If you look at the shape of the pecs, Brandon Curry smokes it all day long in comparison to Hadi. Hadi does win in the leg department, but you have to keep in mind overpowering legs will also throw off the symmetry and the aesthetic flow of physique. So yes, it looks great here. However, what are the judges looking for in this particular competition? Obviously, it was aesthetics, as Brandon Curry was the winner. So in this shot, Brandon Curry, for me, blows Hadi out of the water. It's not even a comparison. Where Nick had said that they were kind of battling for this shot. I just completely disagree. Moving on to the side chest. This is what absolutely drives me crazy is he makes a comment, look at Brandon's shoulders. No one has accused Brandon of having oil in his shoulders, and I actually like Brandon's shoulders better than Hadi's. Well, of course you do. And that's because the misshapen delt structure of Hadi Choopan, and again, I'm leaning back to it, that's most likely because of site enhancement oil or a bad injection or inflammation of the delt. So look at the structure of Hadi's delts. The medial delt, the middle part of his delt, is protruding significantly more than the front delt and the rear delt. Look at Brandon's evenly balanced, detailed deltoid, nice and round, perfect. It's because Brandon's delt most likely either A, he properly prepped and didn't do any site injections in that area. It's not inflamed. B, if he is using SEO, he's using it properly. Of course, Brandon wins this shot. It's not even a comparison. Of course, Brandon's delts look better. Sorry, that the comments he made on that side chest just kind of pinched a nerve with me, as it's so foolish, the comments that were being made. And of course it's not his fault. He just doesn't have the experience and he doesn't understand what he's looking at the higher level. So the next shot would be the side tricep, and Nick Strength and Power gave this to Hadi Choopan immediately, where I just completely disagree. It's not even a comparison in my opinion. Brandon blows him out of the water in this shot. The one strength that Hadi has on Brandon is his leg size from the front and from the rear. Well, let's look at this shot from the side. Who has the bigger legs on the side? That's the only feature Hadi has on Brandon. Legs, maybe a little depth in the back. That's about it. Brandon has larger legs from the side. He has a more balanced physique when you get into this upper level. Look at the quad. Look at the IT band separation. Look at the hamstring. Look at Hadi's quad and look at Hadi's hamstring. He's quad dominated. He's got a smidgen of hamstring hanging off there, but it's all quad. You got to understand from a structural standpoint, Brandon smokes this shot again. Small waist on Brandon. Big round delts, not that blocky delt that Hadi's displaying, not the blocky midsection that Hadi's displaying. The posing, from a posing perspective, Hadi should be tilted a little more, just as Brandon is, to hopefully bring out a taper in his waist, as he does have a thick waist. These are tricks you could do to actually give you a more aesthetic look. Hadi stands pretty much sideways, which does not help him. It does not give him any benefits in this shot because he has a blocky waist. The final shot is the ab and thigh. Again, Nick Strength and Power had reported that this could go either way. I don't know what he's looking at in some of these shots. I just don't understand. Look at the taper on Brandon. And again, Nick leans on, well, it's the ab and thigh. We're looking at just abs and thighs. No, we're not. You're looking at the complete structure of the body. Look at Brandon's arms in this shot. Look at his waist. Look at his lats flare out. Look at the taper in the midsection. Hadi looks like a block. It's just not a comparison. Brandon blows him out of the water. It's not even a conversation. So again, it's reasons like these that I decided to start making these videos and actually giving my opinion and critiques on this, because there's not really anybody on YouTube right now that has that understanding or that higher level and that structure and kind of can give us that feedback. So I believe I'm going to fill a gap that's kind of in reporting and bodybuilding. I'm here to stay. I'm going to continue making videos. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please send me some comments. If you disagree, I'd also like to hear on it as well. I don't mind some feedback. I don't mind some constructive criticism if you disagree. Please subscribe, and that is Hybrid Physiques out.